What's up, friends? My name's Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti. Today we're going to be unboxing the January FPV Crate. And chat is open. If you guys have any questions, just tag me by typing CiottiFPV. And yeah, if you're interested in the FPV Crate, all you got to do is go to CiottiFPV.com. And I've got an affiliate link for you. And they've got all kinds of really good stuff. Like, they're a full-blown reseller. They've got a ton of Radio Master stuff. Little known fact, they have like everything Radio Master makes. So if you're a Radio Master person, check them out. And if you're going to do an order, hit that affiliate link if you don't mind. Let's dig into... Oh, boy. Okay, let's gently... dig into the sub 250 box. Oh, wow. Let's see what we got. Jeez. 10% off of QAVS mini frames, 3-inch and 4-inch. QAVS mini that came in last month's sub 250 box. There are 4-inch arms on the way for it, and I'm super excited for those. Can't show you this discount card, but if you get FPV Crate, you will get it. Some very cool stickers here. Velox Veloce, that says. Probably a clue as to what's in here. My other ride is a long range. There we go. Very cool little sticker sheet. We've got our thank you card here. This month's crate brought to you by T-Motor. That's good news right there. Most of you guys know I'm a huge fan of T-Motor. So what do we got? We've got some propellers. We've got the T-Motor. Oh, very cool. The T76 Cinewoop clear gray propellers. That pretty much tells me everything I need to know about what's in the rest of the box here. We've got 3 sets of these propellers. These props are specific to a certain set of motors, which must be what's in here. And 2 of them have now been thrown. So we've got a full set of 4 of the T-Motor 1507 V2 3800 kV. Let's dig into one of these and take a quick look. So this is T-Motor's very, very, very smooth running 1507. I actually, I got the prototype way back when of their initial V1 1507. And it was really what kind of started it all in terms of our current crop of smooth running motors. It was kind of the very first in now a long run of non-super coggy motors. So thank you, T-Motor, for kind of realizing how important that is. And I'm sure that these are very similar. Oh yeah, nice and smooth. Let me do my little cogginess spin the motor and you guys can listen test. And you pretty much can't hear anything because they're nice and smooth. The really coggy, the really notchy motors, you can hear it when you spin it with your fingers. It'll go brrr. But these, just like the V1s, are nice and smooth. Good news, and they are T-mount. I'm a big fan of T-mount because it basically makes a shorter lever on top of the motor to put less force on the motor shaft. A big problem with micro motors is the motor shaft inside the stator bending, and T-mount, in my opinion, is sort of the best way to get around that. And then, oh, okay, so I'm really glad that they did that. So let me show you guys something here. These propellers do have a specific bolt pattern that only works with these 1507s, but what they've done here is they've added a second set of screws that are standard width. And let me show you that real quick here. I think you should be able to see it. So if you'll notice, 2 of the screw holes look like they're a little bit farther apart. Oh yeah, you can totally see it there. Even though it's not in focus, you see how the top and bottom screw holes are closer to the center shaft, and then the left and right ones are farther away? That's awesome. That's T-Motor's way of making this motor bell so that you can use regular T-mount props or these specific T76 props. And that's really, really good news. I actually bought a set of these T76s like 6 or so months ago, not realizing that they were specific for these 1507s. And I've just kind of... Is this them? Yeah, this is them. And I've just kind of kept them around because I had a feeling that eventually I would get a set of these. Ooh, you know what else I can do with these? So I've always wondered what the weight difference is between a micromotor with an M5 shaft and a micromotor set up for T-mount. And I can do that now because, like I said, I have T-Motor sent me the... Here they are. They sent me the prototype way back when of the initial 1507s, which were M5 mount. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm not going to do that here. I try to keep these streams a little bit shorter, but maybe on tomorrow's stream, I will pull this bell off. I will pull this bell off, and yeah, well, that's pretty awesome. That's really good news. I'm actually going to put these right over here on the workbench so that basically I don't forget to do that. So there's your sub 250 box. Looks like it comes with some M2 hardware, an extra little the little washer that goes on the bottom, and an extra C-clip, which is really, really good news because the C-clips on the micromotors tend to just go shooting off into never to be found again land. And of course a little set of T-Motor stickers. Very cool. That's a slick little sub 250 box. These motors make enough power for Cinewhoops, and I don't think I would put them on anything lighter than maybe like 250 grams all up weight. So like Acrobrat, it would be perfect on that's where I initially put them on, and that was these were the first set of motors that got my Acrobrat to have really nice jello-free run cam split footage. So yeah, like 250 grams all up weight to probably like, I don't know, 400, maybe even 500. Cinewhoops don't need to have mega power. So yeah, there's a good variety for you of rigs that these are going to work well on. Just really quickly to get caught up in the chat, Broccoli saying hi. Weirdo with a skateboard says, I've just one frame in a giveaway I entered by accident, sheared the bolt on my mic that holds the angle. We'll talk on Discord, Weirdo. And E-Doc says, gotta see the notchiness. Yeah, nice and smooth. And then Guillermo wants me to make a little drift car. So moving on to the 5-inch box here. Let's see what's going on in this guy. We've got our thank you card that ruins the surprises, of course, so we won't look at that. We've got another little discount card that I can't show you guys. And then we've got the big sticker sheet. My other ride is a long range. There we go. Oh, hey, these would work really well on last month's, I mean, of course, but last month's QAVS mini frame. Even with the 4-inch arms. There are 4-inch arms coming, and you would want to use these on a bi-blade. I wouldn't want to run these unless it's well, yeah, I mean, if it's a long-range setup that you're going for, you're going to have bi-blades anyway. But yeah, a 15 millimeter wide stator is, in my opinion, for like really dialed in freestyle. Not quite enough stator width for a tri-blade 4-inch propeller, but it should be absolutely fine on a bi-blade 4-inch prop because as a bi-blade, that propeller is a lot lighter weight. And then we've also got some FPV Explorer here, stickers here. Very cool. My God, the super like bright and vibrant stickers there. We've got some air. They sent us some Chinese air. A T-Motor lanyard. That's pretty slick. Hey, put this lanyard in like your car, or like get extra straps and then put one in your car, one in the bottom of your bag, one in any other bag that you might bring with you, one at your desk at work. Just always have an extra strap if you fly with transmitter straps. Really nice to have an extra one floating around. We've got some 5-inch propellers here. These are 4943s. Oh, what are these? Are these the... Oh, there's a On one of my live streams last week, I was complaining about my scale, and then there's a scale in here. That's too funny. 4943s. Weren't these a sponsor? No, they're not. They're not. Very cool. These are going to be really light, aren't they? Weight single 3.6 grams, 3.59 grams. Very cool. These are going to be a really interesting prop for you. If you want to feel basically like, you could almost say this is like T-Motor's version of the S3. What's interesting though is that these have a lot more pitch than the S3s, but they're 4.9 rather than 5.0 inches. So these should be pretty cool. Yeah, I'm actually really interested to run these. I'm going to put these right over here in my flight bag, and yeah, if it ever stops raining, I'm going to give those a spin. We've got a little scale. This is very cool. FPV Crate does a really good job of throwing in sort of like bench goodies with most boxes, and it's just always nice to have an extra little scale. Very cool. Hopefully this one won't turn up. My scale that I've had forever, it just randomly turns off for no reason, so this is awesome. Having a little scale is really, really handy. Keep in mind that, you know, these things fly, and weight is the enemy of flying. So having a little scale and just kind of being crazy about weighing things that you're going to put onto the quad, right, like TPU stuff, it's a big deal. So start doing it if you haven't been already. And it looks like we've got another set of motors here. These are Velox Veloce Special Edition FPV Crate 2206.5. Well, that's an interesting size. 2206.5, 1750 kV. So I have I have it set up for 6S. I clicked the 6S option for my boxes, and let's take a look. I'm not gonna get that new scale going. I'm gonna use my existing scale because I'm actually I don't think I've ever seen this motor size before. 2206.5. So that's gonna sort of split the difference. So I'm a fan. My favorite motor size is 2306. 2207 and 2208, in my opinion, have a little bit too much of a spike of power as you go up the throttle. They kind of have this big single turbo super feel to them. And I like a little bit more of a muscle car feel to my motors. I want them to have a little bit more grunt down low in the throttle, and then I want them to have a more linear buildup of power. And my hunch is that a 2206.5 is going to do a better job of that, right? It doesn't have quite as much stator height as a 2207 or a 2208. So it's not going to have as violent of a build of power up to the top. So yeah, I'm interested by this motor size. I'm a little skeptical of the 0.5 millimeter sizing, but hey, I haven't tried any of the 0.5 millimeter sizes yet to really be able to say whether I like it or not. 33.2 grams, so that's not too bad. That's pretty much on par with a 2207. I guess, yeah, like maybe a 0.5 gram less than most 2207s. So yeah, good motor weight. Let me just throw it on here one more time to make sure that we got the right number. 33.3. Yeah, so pretty light. Looks like a chunky motor, man. Big chunky bell. It's got these kind of cool dimples. Let me show you guys. It's got this sort of like dimpled finish here. Please focus, Logitech. Thank you. Little tri-bell spoke design here. The dark windings. Let me pop this thing apart really quickly. And I want to see what they did about... I want to see if there's a... Oh, wait. You know what? I probably don't have to. It's probably going to be in the bag. Yes, so this is what I wanted to see. So there's a little washer here in the bag. And what I wanted to check for is whether or not this is one of the new style T-motor motors that's got the little washer up on, or the O-ring up on top. But it looks like this actually came right out. Man, is that nice that wasn't all gunked up with Loctite. Nice to not have to struggle to get that off. And here it is. So there is the little, this is like sort of the new style. One of the things that these motor manufacturers have figured out is that if they put a little rubber O-ring here, and then a little washer on top of it, what'll happen is when the motor gets hit, when you take an inverted hit and the motor hits upside down and you put a whole bunch of energy into the bell, by having that little rubber washer, there's a little bit of a give to the bell, and it helps with the durability of the motor shaft down below the top of the bell. So that is really, really good news. That's going to make this motor, I mean, pretty much all of the current gen of motors have that, but yeah, I mean, it's a really good thing, and it definitely helps with durability. Very cool. I'm excited to see how these are. I'm really excited to see how the power curve feels on these motors as you move through the throttle range. And then we've got a bunch of motor. Ooh, let me see here. T-Motor has been shipping M3x8 and M3x9 motor screws with their F40 Pro 4s. And those M3x9 motor screws are really perfect for all these frames that have 5mm arms, which is really important. You really want 5mm arms. And it looks like they've done it here as well. And let me just check that real quick. Sure enough. Yep. Very cool. So they give you a full set of M3x8 and M3x9 motor screws, which is a big deal. I've been hoarding on the F40 Pro 4. I've been hoarding the M3x9 motor screws to slowly put into all of my rigs. So there you go. There's 3 more of those motors in here, of course, because any less than 4 motors doesn't really do you any good. Those are your FPV crates for the month of January 2021. If you'd like to get your own, please go to CiottiFPV.com, and I've got an affiliate link. All you gotta do is click it, and then you'll be good to go. I'll get some free money. I'll keep doing this full time and bringing you guys hopefully awesome content like this. Thanks for hanging out. I will see you guys tomorrow, and yeah, have an awesome day. Thanks FPV Crate too for sending this over. Very cool, you guys. Be good, everybody.